watched the first two videos in this series, you already know how much work goes in to get the car up to this point. Now it's time for my favorite part of the process, and that's getting the paint on the car. This car took 3 paint booth runs to get done. I would say there's at least a full day's worth of getting the parts set up and all of the masking and cleaning done before we ever start putting paint on the panels. Once everything was ready, the first product to go on the car is a sealer. The sealer is the product that's responsible for getting good adhesion to all of our substrates that are now prepped and ready to paint. This is also the product that your budget paint job guys won't put on the car at all. The main thing you need to understand is that between a job where sealer was used and one where sealer was not used, you would never be able to know that the sealer wasn't used by looking at it. But the job where sealer was used will always have better adhesion and resist peeling better than the one without. As you can see, every single panel on this car got coated 100% edge to edge with light gray sealer before moving on to that beautiful Samba green base coat. We selected our color by matching to the inside of the trunk, where it's been protected from sun fade over the years. This way we get the color of the car closer to what it actually was 30 years ago from the factory. So now it was time to stop talking about it and put the green on the machine. We finish our base coat with what we call a drop coat, which is a really wide spray pattern that distributes the metallics nice and evenly across the whole car. We then wait plenty of flash time because I am in less than ideal conditions. Matter of fact, I'm freezing my butt off. I finished up the paint process with Deltron 2021 clear coat. Because it was so cold, I had to use an accelerated hardener and fast reducer. So we ended up with a little bit of texture in spots, but overall came out with a really slick looking paint job straight out of the booth, but we're still gonna buff this car to make it look extra nice. 2021 is a high solids clear, and we put 3 coats on to make sure we had plenty of build to remove imperfections and unwanted texture during the buffing process. Some masking tape is removed while the paint is still wet, but once the paint is cured, we make sure to get the rest of the masking material removed from the car, and then we get it partially assembled and ready for cutting and buffing. The cutting and buffing process requires a substantial amount of additional labor. It's definitely not something you're gonna get out of a budget paint job. There was a lot done during the assembly process to prevent future problems. At the top of that list was water leaks. The customer provided us with a lot of new parts, and even though we had a brand new set of pillar seals, we went the extra step of adding black butyl underneath those seals to make sure water can't creep underneath. We also added that butyl sealant around any plastic clips that were missing their foam seals. We lubricated the window regulators and adjusted them so the windows would not be jabbing against the brand new seals we installed. We got the windshield installed with the brand new flush rubber molding. We made sure all the water drain tubes were cleaned out, replaced some dry rotted washer nozzle tubes, and swapped out their xenon headlight ballast kit for some updated LED bulbs. We put the final touches on the car, including some brand new emblems and decals. We made sure everything was perfectly clean, and then we rolled it outside for some videos. I hope you enjoy.